Welcome to Omni Keys Confessions. I'm going to call this Confessions because I feel like confessing, right? If a lot of people on their spiritual journey just confess, people can really get a great idea of what the journey is really like. It's really human and spiritual at the same time because God is having our human experience, right? Woo. So, a lot of times I just sit and think and just ask myself random questions. I don't even know where the questions come from. And so randomly, I just asked myself this question today and I wanted to share it or confess it. Maybe there'll be some feedback in the comment section, when I absolutely need it, or there will be some feedback in the comment section for someone else to be edified by. But I asked myself this question: what are you afraid of? And then the understanding came after the question because I'm like, wow, that's random. So the understanding of why I asked the question came right after. What horrifies you when it comes to building new relationships? And then my heart began to speak to me because a lot of times a lot of our emotions and our fears are hidden deep within, to the point where no one can even convince us that we're having that fear or that emotion, right? And so all of a sudden, I just got arrested in my Ori, in my spirit, right? My Ori Atari, I just got arrested in my spirit. The spark of God having my human experience has arrested me to ask me a question, right? What horrifies you when it comes to building new relationships? And my stomach began to bubble a little bit, and I'm like, wow, this is some release, this is some healing that's going to come. And there's three things my heart revealed to me. Three reasons. Three things that horrifies me, terrifies me when it comes to building new relationships, right? One is that I might fall in love. Instead of love lifting me higher, right? Instead of love lifting me higher, I'm afraid I'm a fall. And then I thought of the word trauma. We have these fears because we've gone through some things that make us feel insecure, right? And so I don't want to fall in love because to me, that relationship is built on toxicity, right? It's built on pain. It's a toxic relationship, right? And the root of that relationship is toxic. And so I noticed this, being 51 years old, child, you notice these things. They used to say, when you 16 and you think you in love, you don't know nothing yet. Child, please, they were so right. You don't know nothing yet. But that's why God is having our human experience, so that we can experience being human and learn about these things. Why we want to learn about these things, I don't know, but here we are, right? We chose to have this experience. And this experience brought me to this conclusion: that I am terrified of having any new relationships beyond my children, having any new relationships with people or animals, even plants. I'm afraid to buy a plant, okay? Because I don't want that toxic love. I don't want to fall in love. I want to be elevated, lifted up, edified by love. And the second thing is the possibility of watching the person suffer in front of me. That terrifies me because I'm not the type of person that can take an animal out in the back because they're suffering and shoot them. Like, I cannot, have the kind of mercy that someone would have. I would just literally watch you suffer if there's nothing that I can do about it to fix it, emotionally, mentally, financially. All right. If there's nothing that I have the capacity to do to fix your pain, I have to watch you suffer. Either because there's nothing I can do to help you, or you're suffering at my, not at my expense, but you're suffering at my own hand, or you're suffering because of me in some way, because there's something about me that doesn't make you happy, right? Or makes you uncomfortable. Or there can be some other circumstances that's causing you to suffer, and there's nothing really I can do to help you but to watch you suffer. It devastates me. If I had these thought process before I had children, honey, I probably would have never had children, because right now I just, find myself staying single regardless of this fairy tale energy that makes everybody think they want a man or want a significant other or have to have one, right? And I still feel that way. I still feel like I want it. I just don't know how I can get over my fears. I don't know if there's anyone who can break those walls down or even cares to break those walls down. Like, it needs to be someone who is assigned to break those walls down, right? Sent by God to break those walls down. Sent by you, your spirit self, before you got here, to break those walls down in divine timing, right? So the third thing that terrifies me when it comes to building new relationships is that thin line. They say there's a thin line between love and hate. I do not want to hate someone that I love because of their abuse, because of their neglect. And I'm a Leo, and so I can't praise you if you're not praising me. If I'm looking for ways to praise you, lift you up, encourage you, and you can't do the same for me because I'm a Leo and Leo like attention. Leo likes to give attention too. And when Leo gives attention, she wants that attention back. When Leo is not afraid to worship. Okay? Worship. So she can't be with someone who is afraid of worship. Okay? And so worshiping God, God says, do unto, them as you do unto me, right? Or do unto these little ones as you do unto me. And so you have done unto them what you have done to me. So basically, if you give your brother and sister a cup of water, you have given it to me. So to worship God is to actually venerate and honor one another. And we take pleasure in doing that. And if we don't have anyone to do that to, or we don't think there's a human that's worthy, of course, we're going to assign a big God in heaven to, bow a knee to. But this is something that we do. And if someone is afraid to venerate you, to honor you, to give you your flowers, right? Just for having the courage to just be here and do what you got to do in order to elevate your spirit man in the next life, whatever the case may be, right? We have to give one another flowers. And if there is no reciprocity, that thin line between love and hate is what horrifies me when it comes to building new relationships. I don't like feeling resentment towards anyone. I don't like feeling hate towards anyone. I don't like that feeling. It's like this oxymoron, I love you, I hate you type shiz, and you just don't feel whole because you feel split between love and hate. And it is like it's the worst experience in the world to me. I don't care. Don't make me hate you. I mean, I'm not crying out to you for you to love me or love me back, even though it's like the same thing. I'm crying out to you to please don't make me hate you. I love love. Give me the opportunity to love you. Don't let your love hurt me so bad that I have to hate you and I have no choice and it's just how I feel. And then on top of that, if you're narcissistic, you want to make me feel bad for being this big monster that feels hate in the heart, when hate is something that's deposited, right? It's something that's deposited. So most people have a reason for that hate. Sometimes it's us, and sometimes it's circumstantial or something outside of us. It could be jealousy, but there's always a reason for hate. Hate is deposited. Okay, and so it's not something you can tell yourself not to feel unless you know how to turn yourself upside down in order to begin the process of emptying your cup of whatever hate that's been put inside of you. And for some of us, it's a quick turning of upside down, and for some of us, turning upside down, and that whole process of releasing all that negative energy takes a lot longer. Because for me, it takes a while for me to stand on that thin line. It takes a while. And so you got to give me a while to release, to empty my cup, to turn myself upside down and empty my cup into that hatred that's been deposited in me can go away, and I can love you enough to let you go, right? Or love myself enough to let you go. So yeah, these are the 3 reasons why I feel so afraid, why I am horrified to build new relationships. Now, if anyone else has anything to say, or if it resonates with anyone, it's an open topic. Are you afraid? And are you afraid of new relationships? Do you keep old relationships so that you don't have to build new relationships because of some fears? Like, if this video is brought to you, if this video is brought to you, feel free to, have a dialogue, with me about this subject. But anyway, be loved. Be satisfied and be protected, beloved. Be loved, be satisfied, and be protected. Share this video, share this video, share this video with somebody that you think it's going to resonate with in a way that's going to edify them. Hug up on them and love up on them, and create a dialogue that they need to release whatever it is and acknowledge whatever it is about themselves that's going to help them elevate when they need to elevate, and ground when they need to ground. Share this video. Feel free to share this video if it came to you. Drink from this cup and then pass the cup, right? And if you're not subscribed already, please feel free to subscribe if you feel my vibe and you think you're part of my tribe. Ashe, ashe. Anyway, peace.